Well, hi everybody, hope that your week is off to a great start. We find ourselves here in our daily Mass chapel, a place where we haven't been very often, unfortunately, due to COVID. We're looking forward, hopefully on the sooner side, to resuming weekday Mass here in this beautiful place of prayer. But the reason why we're here is that the prayerful experience and the living out of Christian faith includes the giving of praise and thanks to God by expressing our gratitude for all that God has done for us, giving us life, giving us new life in Jesus, our risen Lord, by expressing our gratitude through the sharing of our first fruits of our God-given gifts of time, of talent, and treasure. And as you've been hearing over the last couple of weeks in our stewardship messaging during Sunday Masses, time, talent, treasure is what we're inviting everybody here at St. Anne to make a renewed commitment to self and to God about being a good steward. And with us is a member of our Parish Stewardship Commission. Cindy's going to share a brief reflection about her own experience and embrace of the call to be a good steward in her own life. Cindy.
Thank you, Monsignor. When I think about stewardship, it really has everything to do with why I belong to a church and why I belong to St. Anne's. And for me, I belong to a church because I want to be a good person. And I want to think about how I can be a better person as I live my life. And I also want to leave the world a better place for my having been in it. And the mission of St. Anne's is to change lives and to serve others through the love of God, which is completely compatible with what I'd like to do and how I'd like to live my life. And the wonderful thing about St. Anne's is they have so many different missions available that I can choose to do that. So they really give me the tools that I need to accomplish St. Anne's mission and my personal goals. And I'll give you an example, Micah's backpack. I have friends in Washington County who are teachers, and I know for a fact there's students living in our community for whom the only meal they get all day is the one they get at school. And supporting Micah's backpack feeds hungry kids on the weekends when they're not at school. I've also provided for the church in my will so that I can continue to support this mission and touch people's lives long after I'm gone. And I believe in balance in my life as well. And I know as human beings it's difficult for us to give to others what we can't give to ourselves. But when we find a balance so that we can take care of ourselves and we can take care of our loved ones, I find it's important to also make room in our hearts for the world. And sometimes that can be overwhelming. When you look at all the things that are going on in the world, all the fear, all the pain, all the cries for help, and it's easy to fall into a mindset where my contribution's a drop in the bucket. It's not even going to make a difference. Well, I want to share with you a story that a nun told me, and it's the starfish story. A man goes to the ocean, and he sees that the tide has washed up thousands of starfish on the beach, and they're dying. And a little girl is there, and she's picking them up one at a time and throwing them back in the water. And he goes to her and he says, "Sweetie, do you really think you're making a difference?" And she picks one up and throws it in and says, "I made a difference to that one." So what a gift it is to be able to lighten the burden in someone's life. It's a gift to them, and I feel it's a gift to me as well.
Cindy, thank you for sharing what inspires your heart and your spirit to be a faithful and generous steward as a disciple of Jesus. I'm so glad that Cindy referenced our parish mission statement. It's very compelling, and it says in a few brief words exactly why we exist. Why are we here as the spiritual community of St. Anne Parish? It all comes down to this: to be a welcoming Catholic community that loves God, forms disciples, serves others, changes lives. And we fulfill that mission by embracing our baptismal call to be generous and steadfast stewards of time, talent, and treasure. So we're really looking forward to this coming weekend, putting in your email inboxes via Flocknote and hard copies in the pews 2 items. One, a directory of all the wonderful ministries that happen here at St. Anne Church so that you can consider where your time and your talents could help keep those ministries happening and making a positive difference in the lives of others. The second thing you'll see is a trifold card that will invite every single one of us to renew our commitment exactly how will we share this coming year our time and talent and our treasure as faithful disciples of the Lord. After we've had a week to prayerfully consider that material, the following weekend we're going to ask everybody to make a prayerful commitment and a renewal, a commitment to self and to God, to renew our common pledge to be responsible and faith-filled disciples of the Lord as stewards. So we hope that these coming weeks will be a time of real meaningful prayer and reflection for you, for all of us together, as we advance the mission of our parish forward. In the meantime, we hope that this week will be a source of wonderful blessings and grace for you and your household. Stay well, be safe, and God bless you.